Hello and welcome to this paper presentation. My name is Corey and I'm going to be talking today on creativity in children's digital music composition. Many technology-based solutions to support children in music composition aim to facilitate experiential learning approaches based on intrinsic motivation and tinkering. Last year, I introduced Codetta to the NIME community, a block-based music composition tool inspired by Scratch. In Codetta, children can write Western music through click-based interaction by combining together many small fragments of notation and applying procedural processes. This paper aims to better the current understanding on how children make music with educational NIMEs, using Codetta as an example. The research question guiding this work is, which interactions with Codetta best support children's ability to be creative in music composition? Let's pick this research question apart. What does it actually mean to be creative, and how do we assess this? Teresa Amabile suggests using a consensual assessment technique, saying that a product or response is creative to the extent that appropriate observers independently agree it is creative. The rationale behind this is more thoroughly discussed in the paper. In this study, we collected compositions from 20 children between the ages of 6 and 11, collaborating with a UK primary school's music lead. Following the standard university ethics procedures, participants were sent a version of Codetta containing built-in instructions. The instructions guide the children through how to play back one note of music, up to creating an accelerando effect. The children were then asked to compose a short piece of music and complete a short post-task questionnaire. Whilst the children were composing, logs of their click and drag interaction were collected. Furthermore, a coding scheme was inductively derived using the card sorting technique to group these interactions into quantifiable units. In this example, we can code the log into playback interactions, note edit interactions, playback interactions again, and lastly a navigate interaction. Based on the background measures, we assume that there are no preconceived biases against using Codetta. This histogram shows a reasonably good distribution amongst the creativity scores. See the paper for more detail. Let's hear the top 3 compositions, scoring lowest to highest. Now let's hear the lowest scoring 3 compositions from the best to the lowest score. Note that the children were not told their score or disheartened in any way. On average, the children mostly performed building interactions, which is adding and dragging blocks around. Note edits were the second most performed interaction, representing the children writing bars of music. Parameter changes were the third most performed interaction, capturing the tweaking of parameters which controlled procedural processes. Help was the least used interaction. Children did not seek extra information from Codetta's built-in tutorials. Put simply, we found a trade-off between the param change and note edit interactions. Children who performed a higher percentage of note edit interactions generally achieved higher creativity scores. Conversely, those that tried to experiment with procedural features more generally had lower creativity scores. This paper successfully investigated which children's interactions are likely to support their creativity in music composition. It is suggested that interface designers provide ample teaching material to scaffold the transition from low-level to high-level interaction. Thank you for listening.